So, hello everyone. So, today I will be giving an interview of Dr. Kellaway, and so I'm just going to let her introduce herself to you before we get some of these questions answered. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Christine. I'm so happy to have this opportunity. My name is Judianne Kellaway. I'm the Associate Dean for Admissions here at the Long School of Medicine.
So we're just going to start off with some questions that I feel that most people are wondering about and want to know the answers to.
Great.
So what are the top mistakes you feel applicants make while applying to medical school?
I think that we can see one of the top mistakes is that people aren't listening to all this advice that they're getting. So there are some very common things like apply early. You must have shadowing experience. I don't like the word shadow. We're going to start to change it to apprenticing, because that's really shadowing is such a it's a dark word, and you're in the shadows, and it's a passive kind of behavior, and really you're learning to be a doctor. So you must have experiences at the side of a physician who's caring for a patient, because that's what you want to do, right? We're all doing holistic reviews right now, which means we look at the metrics, we look at the experiences, and we look at the personal attributes. So you have to take a real fair look at yourself, a real critical look at yourself.
So what are other determining factors besides the Mcat, your GPA, that are relatively important for a good applicant?
The Mcat and Gpa tell us about a student's ability to do this high-level, massive quantity, fast-paced work in science, okay? But there is so much more. There's so much more to this. It's very important to have those experiences, have strong personal attributes. I think those are one of the hardest things. So let's talk about those personal attributes first. We're looking for people who are mature and who are resilient, because this is a hard road. Have good support systems and coping skills in place. Maybe people have gone through challenges, but maybe you haven't ever had a challenge like this before, but you're a mature person with a good brain, and you can figure out how you're going to make this balance to be successful. We're looking for your heart to come out in the application, but mostly these personal attributes are an interview day kind of thing. That's where we're really gonna have each person shine, and we're not looking for one personality. People who are naturally outgoing and gregarious may have a little bit of an advantage over people who are a little bit more shy or introverted. But introverted or quiet people who do a lot of listening and evaluating and analyzing before they speak, and when they speak, it's probably better than sometimes what people who are more outgoing come out with or don't spend that time thinking. So we value that. Let's talk about the experiences now, because I think those are very important. My favorite part of the application is this section we used to call the Personal Biography. And this is where the applicant lists their honors and awards, their non-academic honors and awards, leadership activity or experience, research, healthcare, community service, and extracurricular. And people don't realize that some things have value to an admissions committee. So when you're planning that application, there will be other advisors who tell you to put a filter on and not put everything in there. I'm going to tell you, at least in the draft version, to put everything that you can think of in the draft version in your application. And we look for a broad range of skills and experiences. So we should join clubs to learn about people who are like us and have our heritage and culture and things that are the same, but we should join clubs of people who are different from us, so that we all learn about each other. I think that makes a better world. Try some new things. This is what college, I think, is all about. Take some courses if you have time to do them for fun and just enrichment. This is one of my very favorite parts of the applications to look under extracurricular. The great typical applicant will put some clubs that they belonged to in that section. They will put that they exercise. Very, very common to put down sports activities and exercise. That's fine. But I really think that this is a section that can show us who you are. You can put things like, I taught myself the banjo. And in the text section, you can put, I'm not very good, but I really enjoy my new musical instrument. You can put down there that you're trying to better yourself by learning a new language. If you can tell us that you're working on something, that you've got something new to expand your horizons, I think that's a really good thing. We're going to look for those human connections too. And different schools are going to have their own priorities, but here we would prioritize that human connection and look for activities in that community service and extracurricular section that connect you with people.
So what qualities in the applicant do you feel are most underrated by applicants?
I think that those personal abilities are often overlooked. They're very commonly overlooked. So those things sometimes don't sound very important. If you're a reader, sometimes people don't even put that down, and that's very important. If you're a reader and you like reading, even if you haven't had a chance because of school to pick up a real novel or a topic that you're interested in for a while because of school, that's a good thing to put that you're a reader. If you've got a few little things, don't just leave them out of the application, group them and say miscellaneous volunteer work or miscellaneous healthcare experiences, and then you can take those little ones and put them together that way. I think that sometimes is overlooked.
So now pretty much the next question is what should an applicant expect while coming to our school for interview?
Yes. So we're getting ready to have our first interview day of the cycle. We're just all buzzing about it. It's a very, very exciting time for us. And so I hope that people coming to our interview day or any interview day are just really excited. It's your chance to see what this is all about. And I think that first one is really exciting. But I think our interview day is always exciting. We might ask you some questions that are challenging, but it's like a conversation, and it's just us wanting to get to know about you. So I feel that we have found that's the best way to learn about people. We want in that setting to find out about their heart for medicine, their empathy and compassion, their maturity, all of those personal skills,
How can the students set themselves apart from other students on interview day? So I guess what are the do's and what are the don'ts on interview day?
You should absolutely be yourselves. You should remember your manners. You should not hesitate to say good morning to people. We do sometimes have people who walk right by us, they pick up their bag, they go sit, and then we go reach out to them. Being a physician, it's a very human interaction thing. There's so much. We touch people in communicating with them. We touch them physically. We touch them spiritually and emotionally. So we're looking for that on interview day. We're looking for that connection. I would say don't come to interview day without practice. People should sit with those questions and answer them out loud and then take a critical look, maybe even film themselves. Because you know your application, you know yourself. The answer is in here. It's in here and it's in here. And we can tell the people who are kind of winging it. Run your race, have your goals, set goals, and watch yourself accomplish them over time. Don't compare yourself to people. compare yourself to a better and better self every day, because you're growing as you accomplish your goals. So that would be my advice. And if you've got that dream in your heart, you can make it happen. You can make it happen.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kellaway, for allowing me to come here, take the time out of your day. I will definitely be back again for other questions that I might have.
What's on your phone? It's going to your phone? It's an app?
Yeah, it's an app. So this right here too is a camera.
Uh-huh.
And so I used to take this when I was traveling.
That is so cool. Okay. I want to see that now. Duh. Yeah, that's pointed that way. That's pointed that way. That is so cool. So you can cut back and forth. You are so smart. Oh my gosh. Okay. So honestly, we may need to like pick your brain, pick your files. Thank you. Okay, that was good. I feel like it was pretty good. All right, ma'am. Do you want a cookie?
Do I?
I might have to refresh the cookie. You have to tell me if it's there. Because I haven't had, people have been. I don't know what kind of cookie. You're going to make me eat a cookie to make sure they're not stale.